from the official Viz translations, but will not be showing any images here. If you wish to read or follow along, please check out the official Viz translations. Right, so today we're reading One Piece chapter 1003, titled Night on the Board. Now, as always, please close your eyes, sit back, and see if you can imagine the story that I'm going to weave for you today. On the cover page we see Reiji, Sanji's sister, holding a flower with a scorpion nearby, looking rather enamored with her. Now presumably, of course, Reiji, who can drink poison, must have done something to this poor scorpion. But clearly he quite enjoyed it, so maybe that's an okay thing. Right, so on to the chapter. We return to the scene of last chapter, where Monkey D. Luffy has unleashed a powerful flurry of punches onto the Dragon Kaido. We see that these punches have connected, and a firm fist has struck Kaido directly in the cheek, causing the dragon to roar in pain. 3 more punches connect, landing in the abdomen of the dragon, again causing the dragon to cry in pain. From below, we see Kid and Law watching their rival Monkey D. Luffy batter the Emperor of the Sea Kaido. They both look surprised, but also are in awe of their rival. We move to the next page, where Luffy appears to be struggling. He is exerting himself quite a lot. His punches continue to connect, but Kaido appears to also be recovering somewhat. The dragon rears himself up, taking another blow to the throat, but Luffy's punches are relentless. Again and again they crash down on the dragon, until finally Kaido roars in pain, connecting with his head and bellowing towards the ground. The scene switches to Zoro, who's standing, watching proudly as his captain batters the dragon above him. Luffy is really huffing and puffing now, the exertion clear, but his attacks seem to be working, and that's enough for him. He continues to punch and punch away. We see Big Mom, her expression one of shock. She cannot believe that Monkey D. Luffy could be this strong. We return to the scene of the crime, where Luffy's attacks have relented for a moment, and Kaido looks to be about to recover. However, it is only a momentary respite, as Luffy charges up one giant fist and smashes it into Kaido's head once more. The dragon cannot retain his balance, and his head flies into the ground with one resounding crash, which echoes around Onigashima. Even Kid is impressed at this point. We skip to the next page, where Mama cries out to Kaido, still in awe and shock of Luffy's power. But Luffy has truly exerted himself to a maximum extent, and we see that his Gear 4 transformation runs out. Zoro is surprised at this, but not shocked, and Luffy's deflating body begins to fizz towards the ground. Law, recognizing what has happened, is also surprised. Kid, having not seen this before, wonders why Luffy is suddenly turned into a deflated zombie, and Law takes it upon himself to explain that this is a condition of the technique that Luffy has used. Kid understands immediately that the cost of the strength was this drawback. To some, he might look relieved, almost as if he's somewhat happy that Luffy's power comes at such a high cost. Mama, taking this chance, laughs manically, realizing that whilst Luffy's form was clearly strong and powerful, and perhaps had the potential to defeat them, if he cannot keep it up, it is worthless. She raises Napoleon above her head, her flaming sword with 2 hands, and prepares to strike. Just in the nick of time, Zoro dashes in, nabs Luffy, and jumps out the way. Mama's sword collides with the rock on which they were standing, slicing it in two. Kid and Killer take the opportunity, knowing that Kaido is still down, to charge towards him, readying another attack. At the same time, Law transports himself in front of Mama and attacks her with a counter-shock attack, which connects and seemingly shocks both Mama and her homies. Kid charges towards Kaido, but the dragon has already regained consciousness and is on his feet, or rather, back upright again. To his dismay, Kid realizes that Kaido is preparing to attack and unleashes a dragon twister that darkens the sky and whips up the wind in a frenzy. Zoro exclaims that this is ridiculous, it's like a natural disaster, and as he does so, the wind rips Luffy from his hands. The defenseless captain of the Straw Hats is quickly preyed upon by the dragon Kaido, who chomps him into his mouth. But Zoro is not having any of it. Taking out his three swords, he repairs his own dragon twister and attacks Kaido, slicing through the scales. Kaido roars in pain and opens his mouth enough for Luffy to pop out. Mama exclaims she's surprised that he was able to cut Kaido, and Kaido realizes that there is something interesting going on with the sword that Zoro uses. However, not to be outdone, he rears his head again, opens his mouth and begins to charge one other attack. Lightning swarms around his mouth, and in one giant roar, he unleashes a dragon twister demolition breath. This then slices down towards the combatants, chopping and churning up the surroundings. Once again, the supernova looked to dodge the attack, Kid taking it full on, Law using his powers to dodge each slice, and Zoro frantically scrambling with Luffy in tow. Down below, those fighting in the dome can feel the impact of the battle as rubble continues to fall on them. They realise the battle must truly be fierce. The scene skips, and we suddenly see the disembodied head of Orochi on the floor, a shoji board, and a gloved dark hand placing the white piece. It's CP0 who have taken up residence within the castle. Two handmaids watch them from the entrance as the agents discuss the ongoing battle of pirates and the likely victor. From their point of view, it seems that although Luffy and his alliance have had a good go at it, there's simply no chance of their victory. The numbers are just not in their favour. We see the go board to illustrate this point. We skip to Frankie, who's in battle with Sasuke in Triceratops form. We see Sanji frantically running away. We see Usopp, Nami and Tama being chased. And we see Frankie fighting off who's who, as well as Momonosuke, Shinobi and Yamato, who are all taking residence within a nearby storage room. The CP9 laugh, realizing that regardless of the outcome of this battle, the pirates, the victorious pirates, will be truly and well diminished, and therefore ripe for the picking by the world government. We head back to the rooftop once more, where we see scattered remains of what was once the dome in which they fought. The supernova each look shocked and a little scared, as Kaido, surrounded by smoke, reveals his hybrid form. Mama and Kaido simply laugh to each other, realizing that for the first time in a long time, they're about to enjoy themselves in a fight to their fullest. And that is where that